Sienna Mae and Jack Wright. The two were in a fake online relationship that grew them millions of followers. It landed them brand deals, career opportunities, and even landed them a part of a Netflix reality show. But last year, friends of Jack's as well as his brother accused Sienna Mae of SA, and it became clear that what was being seen online wasn't actually as it seemed. Following these accusations, Sienna lost followers, she lost brand deals, and she was no longer part of that Netflix reality show. And just last month, Jack Wright came out and spoke out for the first time against Sienna Mae Gomez. He hadn't come out with his side until then, but following last year's allegations, Sienna did respond with 2 videos where she denied everything being said about her. Once Jack posted this video titled "What Sienna Mae Did to Me" and further accused her of SA, she responded in a blog post where she defended herself and denied allegations once again. Since then, she's not spoken out, but it was said by Dave Portnoy that she did want to go on BFF's podcast, but was advised not to go on any podcasts.
So we get a call Saturday, like Sienna Mae wants to come on BFF and tell her side of the story, do an exclusive. I'm like, was that a basketball game? I'm like, I'll come do it now. We sit down for this. We find out she's not coming on. And I'm told by Kareem, our producer, that Gruen, who is Josh's guy, and part of this is the reason she's not coming on, which is crazy.
That's super weird.
It's a little kind of.
She's the one who reached out and then she was like, just kidding.
Yeah,
I didn't say it was a direct correlation. I said there's a good chance that what Gruen told her impacted her not coming on.
Yeah, Gruen said don't go on any podcasts.
As nearly a month has passed, Sienna did end up going on BFFs this week, and the episode was titled "Sienna Mae Gomez Speaks on Jack Wright Allegations." And the description read, "We go through the usual headlines of the week. Sienna Mae Gomez joins the program with her lawyer and a video forensic expert to talk about some new evidence and give her side of the story. When the interview started, she said that she had a team with her. She explained her lawyer and a video forensic expert was indeed by her side during the recording. Dave said it was weird and Brianna felt like she was in court, and Josh said he felt like he was in the wrong Zoom meeting. She said she has them there to answer legal questions. She's going to answer questions about her emotional state, but anything that has to do with what has been said about her and the allegations will be answered by her team. Dave asks if this means there is a legal situation going on, and her lawyer says not currently. There's no police report filed, there's been no investigation, and no lawsuits. Dave says with her involving her legal team, it's suspicious. He says it's better to hear it from the horse's mouth than a legal team. But Sienna says how the whole thing has been blown out of proportion, and she said that she needs to just focus on her emotional state, and her team can speak for her on the legal aspects of this situation and what would actually hold up in court based on what has been said and put out about her. When Dave asked her specifically about Jack and how she feels about him and the entire situation, she says once again that they never dated, and when all of this came out about her from his friends and they were making all these allegations about her, she was just as shocked as the rest of the internet, and she felt like it came out of nowhere and it was just pulled out of thin air. Brianna asks if she did reach out to Jack or not after these allegations came out, wondering if she asked him, what the heck is going on? Why are they saying all this? She said that they had not talked since they had been to Hawaii together. She never reached out to him about this situation. The last time they ever talked was when she said she no longer wanted to film TikToks with him because she felt like he was leading her on, and she no longer wanted to be a fake couple for brand deals or anything like that, and he did not agree with her. That's what she was saying.
I feel like I didn't reach out, I didn't even say anything because I was just like so emotionally and personally in shock that I didn't even think about talking to anybody. I think I was just kind of more like.
So did you not text anyone or reach out to anybody, like even Jack's friends or something like that, being like, yo, what the f going on? Like, I feel like this isn't right what you guys are like. Did you reach out to anyone at all?
I literally don't know. I think I maybe reached out to the guy who tweeted the tweet and was like, what you're saying is a lie. I don't remember what I said, but I think I was just kind of like, what are you saying? That's not true. Why are you talking about that on his behalf?
And then what does someone like Jack's friend or say to that? Have you had any of them?
Josh then asks specifically about the video that was put out by one of Jack's friends where they are in Hawaii. They are at a house party. He is on the couch. She is on him. And there is a friend sitting next to them. And the friend gets up and they're saying that Jack was passed out in that video. Josh asks that when that video came out, if she texted him, and she said no. She said the video had come out in June of 2021. It was filmed in November of 2020. She didn't know it existed, and she never texted texted Jack about it because he wasn't the one that posted it. She says that she was just so emotional and in shock that she didn't reach out to anyone to be like, what's going on? Why are you posting this? And why are you saying this? Dave asks her about the details of the time that she spent with Jack, and she says that she was in love with him and he seemed unsure of the relationship. He wanted to just play it out and see where things went. And she says that she was just 16 and happy to be around him and make videos with him until she felt like that was the only reason why he kept her around. Dave then asks her about the accusations that Jack made. She said that he would take parts of the story and make it look bad because they were out of context. So she agrees that what he said does sound bad, but she's saying that it's out of context. Now, midway through the interview, the video forensic expert then plays a video that he made analyzing the video where Sienna is on Jack. The forensic expert was asked if the video could be used as a credible piece of evidence to the accusations made against Sienna. He claimed the video was too short, it was only 2 seconds, and there was no context to what happened before or after the clip. He said that the video and the audio in the video had been altered, and after playing the clip of him saying that it would not hold up in court, Dave and Josh both agreed that the video analysis that he provided was presented as if it was a bad movie or a grade school project. Sienna says she knows the analysis seems intense, but the forensic expert spoke out for himself and said that the video once again would just not hold up in court. Dave then asked a really good question that a lot of people in the live chat were wondering, because obviously Sienna's team hired this guy to review the video to see if it would hold up in court. And Dave was saying if he didn't agree with the video, if he felt like it would hold up in court, what would happen? Would he get the check at the end of the day? What would happen? And her lawyer then steps in and said that this person was hired for their expert opinion and he would be paid either way, whether he thought the video would hold or not. And if the video were to hold up in court, they probably just wouldn't have shown it on the podcast.
And this is not a Sienna question. Have you been paid to do this in the past where you don't produce a result because what you can't corroborate? Like, obviously, if you looked at this video and let's say you felt differently, what happens then? You just take the check and don't put the video out?
So let me just jump in for a second. This happens all the time with experts that are hired for any kind of legal matter. At the end of the day, you are hired and you are paid for your expert opinion, whether you happen to end up agreeing or not agreeing. And that's really important because otherwise you wouldn't survive in a court of law. You wouldn't survive in this business.
Brianna then asked Sienna why Jack would post a 17-minute long video on his YouTube channel if she's saying everything is false. The lawyer then said that they can't speculate on why he did it. She also says that it's a he said, she said situation, and these are all just statements. And Josh ends up asking her, why isn't she suing? A ton of people in the live stream chat were talking about this, accusing her of being guilty because she is not suing for defamation of character. She must be guilty if she's not suing him. He said all these things about her. His friend said all these things about her, yet she's not suing him. A lot of people felt like it was weird. Her lawyer addressed this by saying that at this time, she can only say that they are considering all their legal options, including defamation lawsuits against multiple individuals. Her legal team also provided to the podcast these papers that claim that there are bots leaving hate comments on Jack's video towards Sienna, saying that these accounts have been created specifically to comment on Jack's video to influence the comment section against Sienna, and also have said that bots have also been bought to send Sienna threats through her Instagram DMs. Her lawyer says that this is illegal and they are looking into what they can do about this. At the end, they asked her if she would ever want to sit down with Jack and have a conversation with him, and she said she doesn't think that he would. And she also says that she's so emotionally exhausted from everything that this has brought her. She doesn't even think she could talk about it. If they had told her that she was about to sit down with him in an hour, she doesn't think she could do it. At the end, Dave and Josh and Brianna, after the interview, without Sienna on the line, without her lawyers, without the forensic expert, said that she should not have come on with a team of people, saying that she should have just spoke for herself. But Josh says maybe it came from a place of desperation. After the podcast episode came out, Sienna took to her blog to post a lengthy message about the episode. It read, "This week, my parents and I drove to my lawyer's office in Los Angeles. I sat down with the members of the BFFs podcast, as well as my attorney and a video forensic expert to share some important information. Over the last month, some people have speculated as to why I've turned comments off across my social media platforms, why I released an op-ed blog rather than a video, and so on. I know a lot of people are wondering, why a podcast? Why now? The answer is that I wanted an opportunity to have a conversation, to be asked hard questions and to answer them. The claims against me were originally originally made when I was 17, about a time when I was 16, and I was and am still not equipped to discuss them with the level of expertise and care they require, which is why I brought professionals with me to do so. I have always wanted adults in the room to handle this situation and have never wanted it to play out on social media. Since the choice was made for me, I decided to bring the adult professionals with me so they could share facts about the situation, like how the video that some people claim is proof is not considered credible evidence, and how just because stuff is said about you on the internet doesn't make it true. What's true is the law. And so that I could talk about how I felt through this experience. I felt grief and betrayal. More than that though, I felt hopeless. Hopeless because in the midst of this grief, betrayal, and pain, my family, my friends, my supporters, and I have been and continue to be viciously bullied online, from DMs and emails to me, to entire accounts dedicated to posting hate about me, to hate comments and attacks on people who express their support. All of this hate being driven based on words said and made online, not based on facts or evidence. She then shares screenshots of some of the messages that she's been receiving and some of the fake accounts that have been made to mock her. Money spent on a coordinated, calculated hate campaign. In January, after Jack released his video about me, the comments across social media got worse, much worse. People were telling me to myself to get off the internet and never come back. So to save my own mental health, I turned off my comments and then deleted social media apps off my phone. Meanwhile, my team was trying to figure out how thousands upon thousands of people were commenting very similar phrases in record speed, specifically under Jack's YouTube video. A team from the prestigious Alex Partners, who have more than 60 years of combined cybersecurity technology and investigative experience with the FBI, US military, and other government agencies, as well as the private sector, looked into how so many accounts were popping up at insane speeds, all commenting the same hateful things about me under one video. What they found was both clarifying and scary. They found that a bot is engaging in a malicious social media campaign against me, and that someone paid to attach what is called a master bot to me to sway public opinion about my character using triggering words. What this means is that anytime content is posted by me or about me, this master bot not only knows but dispatches a high volume of bots that are pre-programmed with hate messages to engage in the comments as if they're real people. Oh, and create new fake accounts to comment hate. As an example, if you're looking at the comments on the BFF's YouTube podcast with me, I'm sure you'll see a ton of hate driven by paid bots. Of more than 1,100 randomly sampled comments on Jack's video, Alex Partners found that the average time that these accounts were created and then commented was just 58 seconds. Clearly not enough time to watch the whole video. The team is actively investigating who is behind the bot, and when the investigation is done, as my lawyer said on the podcast, we are considering all legal action. Cyberbullying is not just wrong, it's also illegal. Reminder, the internet is not real. As an 18-year-old girl who originally started sharing online as a way to make people laugh and to feel less alone myself, I'm sad that the internet can be manipulated this way. And I realized for the first time that this isn't just some kids online being haters any longer. It's much darker than that. What has this taught me? First and foremost, the internet is not real. It's troubling that social media can so easily be used to create and fuel narratives by fake accounts and fake comments. It's like a snowball. The bots roll in and post the same hateful comments over and over, and herd mentality kicks in. People see how others are reacting and adopt those opinions too, where they think they are finding community. People are actually being exploited, in this case at my expense. Another thing I learned is how powerful a kind word can be. To everyone who sent me messages, emails, etc., letting me know that you're with me and miss me, thank you. In a dark sea of threats, violence, and really terrible correspondence, your kindness has been the light we needed to push forward to find the truth. After filming the podcast, my parents and I walked across the street to grab a smoothie. The three of us could feel someone staring at us, and my mom started getting nervous when she saw a girl in her early 20s moving towards us. Normally, all of us would be excited to talk to someone who recognized me, but with everything going on, we didn't know what to expect. We were all relieved when she asked me if she could give me a hug. Her name is Jolene, and she was so kind. She told me she and her friends were with me, missed me, and appreciated the way that I make them all feel more comfortable in their bodies and their own skin. She also reminded me that I had people in my corner and that in the end, I would only be stronger. Jolene, if you're reading this, I want to thank you for taking the time to be kind to me. You reminded me why I started creating in the first place and why I will continue to do so. When I'm ready. I will return to social media when I'm ready. Instead of continuing to address the situation or the people who have chosen to bully me in someone else's name, I'm filling myself up in real life with people and places that are important to me on a spiritual and emotional level. I want to eventually go back online for people like Jolene who want to be gracious to each other and make make themselves better, because that's all I want to do too. When I do return, online bullying of me or people in my comments won't be tolerated. I will not be ashamed of monitoring my content in the name of creating a safe space for myself and others, nor will I shy away from removing people and bots who want to air their hate on my pages. If you're an online bully and an actual person versus a bot, I want to challenge you to think critically about what you're saying. Does it change anything for the better? Are you forming this opinion based on what someone else is saying or based on facts and evidence? Are you hating just because other people are? Does it make you feel better? If you're being bullied online, I want to encourage you to remember that in real life, you have people who love you, accept you, and cherish you. And real life is way more important than anything online. The internet is a weird and twisted place, and sometimes people gang up against a shared enemy to feel less alone, even if that enemy isn't really an enemy at all. Get outside in nature, spend time with people you love and breathe. There's no sense in caring about keyboard warriors, real or paid for, who likely don't know the real you. Cyberbullying has become a very real, almost normalizing thing today, and it's just so wrong. From our 2019 Miss USA Chelsea Christ, to the Bot Sentinel report about the hate campaign against Meghan Markle, to the defamation lawsuit just won by Cardi B against a YouTuber for cyberbullying her, we all have to wake up to what's really happening online. After being on the receiving end of some of the most horrific hate over a situation brought solely to the internet, I just want to help others. I'm figuring out the best way to do that and will keep you posted. Until then, I encourage you to lead with love and kindness. So that is what Sienna had posted on her blog. That's everything that has come out by her team, BFFs. If anything happens further, I will let you guys know. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.